Many thanks for choosing us. Some agreed staff of the Complementary Education Agency, CEA, of the Ministry of Education, formerly non-formal education units, are questioning what they describe as a long silence of the Education Minister, Dr. Yahweh Dichume, responding to a petition they had filed to his office since 2021. In the petition dated 27th March, the aggrieved staff demanded a reversal of some transfers made by the Director General, Mr. Francis Esumedu, which they claimed were based on witch hunting, malice, and personal sentiments. The petitioners also accused the DG of sexual harassment, financial mismanagement, and victimization of staff, among others. The aggrieved staff say they are shocked at his recent elevation as a substantive Director General without any recourse to their petition filed 2 years ago. Some of them have been speaking with Joy News on the basis of anonymity.
This man has been a man that even when you have a problem and you go and you want to talk with him, it's like he has no ear to listen. So what do? Even when you see a problem and you want to address it with him, your opinion doesn't matter. He is ruling. So what do you have to say? So I felt the minister is the one who placed him there. So if something is not working and after the time we put in the petition, if he has come to our aid, then probably maybe we could have also aired our grievances to him, but nothing of that sort has happened.
If something is not even going on right and he complains, the minister doesn't have anything to do than to make him stay at post and even to extend his contract. There's nothing that we have sent petitions. I'm sure most of my colleagues have sent petitions to the minister several times, and he's doing nothing about it.
Efforts to reach the Education Ministry for a response have failed, but joining us live with more is Member of Parliament's Education Committee, Dr. Clement Apak. In fact, he's Deputy Ranking Member on that committee. I'm grateful for your time, Mr. Apak. Has this petition come to the attention of the committee? It's been 2 years.
Well, Aisha, if you can hear me, let me say good morning to you and good morning to viewers. And quite honestly, this petition has not come to the attention of the Parliamentary Subcommittee on Education. But I have had the chance to see a copy of the petition. I have read it, and you are right. The date of the petition is March 2021. And so this raises a number of questions as to why we are yet to hear an outcome, or at least the petitioners have not been responded to by the minister on this matter. And now that it has come to the public domain, I believe that the committee has a basis to make an intervention with regards to why such a petition, and I would say the content rather scandalous and
Dr. Clement Apak,
explosive, has not been invested on the part. But let me use this opportunity to also urge. Yes, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Doc. I lost you for a while, but you are back now.
Yeah, the point I was making in summary is that the petition has not come to the attention of Parliament's Education Committee. But I have had the opportunity to see a copy of the petition. I've read it. I think that the allegations contained in the petition are very, very serious, as you have narrated. There are allegations of bribery. There are allegations of witch hunting. There are allegations of unjustified transfers. There are indeed allegations of sexual harassment, sexual misconduct. And I believe that these are very, very serious allegations that should have merited a very speedy investigation. But obviously that has not been done. And that is why the petitioners have seen the need to come public. So I want to encourage them to also petition the Parliamentary Subcommittee on Education, so that we would then also have a legitimate basis to try and see what we can do on our side, seeing that this petition from their report and the date on the petition has been in the custody of the Minister for Education for all this while, and yet no action has been taken.
Mr. Park, what's your knowledge of Mr. Sumedu and his work over the period? Do you know?
Well, as a member of the Education Committee, we usually engage with various agencies, particularly so when they come to defend their budgetary estimates. So it is only in that capacity that I have known and interacted with him. With regards to his work, his relationship with his staff, that I cannot vouch for. So I wouldn't say that I know any specific details about him, his personality, his conduct, or misconduct, so to speak. So I only know him in as far as he comes as a head of an agency with the other heads of agencies to defend their budget estimates before the Parliamentary Committee on Education.
Dr. Park, let me have a hold because Mr. Sumedu himself has been reacting to the claims by the staff. He says that the allegations are false. He says the claims are without basis. Let's listen to him in a phone conversation with Joy News.
And I don't know where they are coming from. It is not true. It is not true, even to the extent of saying that I am not even fit, unwell, and collapsing. I don't know where I have ever collapsed. If you say witch hunting, then it means that you are even transferring certain people without any formal basis. The transfers were effected because we have then migrated from non-formal education to the CEA. Some people were supposed to leave and others come in.
Dr. Park, you heard Mr. Sumedu with that response. Well, it's been 2 years without any response from the minister. What can your committee do in terms of assisting these staff to really get justice or what they're looking for?
Well, Aisha, you're right. I heard his response, but you and I know that when somebody is accused, all the allegations that are contained in the petition, you can't expect him to say off the bat that he is culpable. At the same time, too, since these are allegations, we cannot swallow hook, line, and sinker the content of the petition. And that is why I feel that the only way to have resolved this matter would have been for the minister to act on it. Because if the matter had been investigated, all the parties involved, both the accused and the accusers, would have had the opportunity to appear before a committee or a panel to answer to specific questions. And as we say in Ghanaian lingua franca these days, to provide further and better particulars on the basis of which a conclusion can be drawn. But once that has not been done, clearly the accusers will continue to push their allegations, and naturally Mr. Sumedu would also continue to push his defense. So as I said earlier, it is not too late for the minister to act expeditiously, but I would want to urge the petitioners to also file a petition with the Parliamentary Subcommittee on Education. Once that is done, the committee then becomes obligated to act on the petition. But as it is now, they have not petitioned the committee, they have petitioned the minister. And from all indications, the minister has not acted in a way and manner that is satisfactory to them. So they have to escalate it to the next level by petitioning us. But as I said, if the minister or the ministry is listening, I think that this is an indictment because the matter ought to have been looked into. For a petition that is dated 2021, and to think that we are in 2023, for the petitioners to then come public, obviously, for the lack of action by the minister, it doesn't augur well for the well-being of the ministry and the agencies under it.
I'm grateful for your time, Dr. Clement Park. He is the Deputy Ranking Member on the Education Committee of Parliament.